There we are.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Drumeo Live. I'm so excited to be back.
This is awesome.
I'm so excited to be here with Dave.
Jared's finally back, guys.
I get to. You can do more push-ups for us.
He's got. It's back. Oh, what am I hitting?
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome. This is fun.
Man, tell us about that song. What's it called?
That song is called "Hands of Time."
Cool.
Okay, that's a song that I co-wrote with a friend of mine, and it's like it starts off with this 7/4 linear thing, and kind of like a. It's actually in 7, I think, for the whole song.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was it?
Sure. I was counting.
Sure, was it in 7? The whole thing was in 7.
7.
I, for some reason, just like odd time stuff,
Yeah.
so it was one of the songs that I had literally put my hands in, and I put my time in. Hands of Time.
Cool.
Very cool.
Well, Mike is for you guys joining us. This is something we do every day in the Drumeo members area, but we've kind of, we're doing one free lesson a week just to kind of show you guys what Drumeo is all about and kind of just give back to the community. You guys have always been so good to us with sharing our YouTube videos, liking us on Facebook, and all that kind of stuff. And so, all of us just love to do this kind of stuff and just kind of give it to you guys for you to check it out.
Yes.
We're also going to be giving stuff away. Today, you'll notice that I'm actually wearing a new Drumeo shirt.
Ooh, I like
Look
that.
at that.
I know you guys.
Oh, yeah.
You guys got the
We got the
retro
old
shirt.
models.
Yeah, we're like old school now.
I got the new ones, and so we're going to be giving one of these away. Not this specific shirt because I actually sweat a little bit today, so you don't.
Some people might like that though.
And we're going to be giving away some sticks, an EQ patch, a monthly 1 month to Drumeo Live, as well as an annual membership to Drumeo Live. So we're going to be giving away
We're giving away a year's
three-
worth.
$300 or $400 worth of stuff today. So stick around. That's all going to happen at the end.
How do you win those things, by the way?
Basically, all you guys need... That's a very good question.
Well, thank
Dave.
you, Jared. That's
So
why I'm here.
all you guys need to do to win that stuff is you need to go to facebook.com/Drumeo, our Drumeo page, and you need to obviously like the page, but then leave a comment on that page and tell us what type of symbols you use and why you use them. It's as simple as that. We're going to kind of go through them at the end, and we're going to randomly choose some people that had some creative answers and stuff like that. And so facebook.com/Drumeo. What type of symbols do you use and why? You're instantly entered for a chance to win.
There's quite a tasty shirt right now of Jared on
Shirt?
on
Tasty show.
tasty picture of Jared with the new shirt right now on Facebook.
Wow.
Can you do that face
That was
again?
quick.
There you go.
So, Mike, today the lesson is on broken up hi-hat beats.
Broken up hi-hat beats.
This is something
absolutely.
that I was absolutely obsessed with after listening to Dave Matthews. It's all that crazy stuff that Carter Beauford does.
Yep.
So I'm excited to hear how you teach it today and your take on it.
Sure.
So why don't you just
tons of fun.
go
Tons
into
of
it?
fun. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me. I mean, I don't want to talk too much. I want to get into playing. When Dave asked me to do the broken hi-hat beats, I thought this is going to be a lot of fun because I really enjoy this stuff. And same kind of thing. There was probably an influence that I heard someone do it, and I went, oh, I got to just, as opposed to always just playing straight 8th notes and straight quarter notes or straight 16ths, we can mix the rhythm up a little bit. And these are kind of for all levels. I think the ones we got here are for all levels, from beginner right down to a little bit more. Almost a little more advanced. But what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a couple of linear patterns. I know that some guys did some linear stuff a little while ago in some of the previous lessons here, which was no two sounds are played at the same time. And all the first one is counting 8 notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and hi-hat is on all the ands. And the bass drum is on 1 and 3, and the snare is on 2, so I'm losing my voice. But I won't talk much because I'm losing my voice. So I'm going to show you guys how this one sounds. I'll play it slow, and maybe we'll talk about it. I'll speed
Sounds
it up.
good.
Here we go. Cool. So fairly straight ahead, right?
Yeah.
Just basically bass hat, snare hat, and keep in mind too, guys. You don't have to necessarily just play these on the hi hat. You can go to the ride cymbal, you can go to the cowbell, you can go to the tom, whatever, and mix it up a little bit. It's just sort of a pattern to teach you guys to get away from tick 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 tick, something a little bit different. Should we move to number 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Now number 2, we're getting into 16th notes. Very similar to what we did in number 1, but we're going to add a 16th note to the ah of each beat. And it's linear once again, so no two sounds are played at the same time. And here's how number 2 sounds. the cool thing you'll notice with some of these beats is you can actually play them with two hands as well. Not all of them, but some. This one you can actually, I'm sure some of the questions are coming in, can you do it with two hands as well? I used to practice this one using bass, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right. Or sorry, bass, right, left, snare, right, left, bass, right, left, snare. You'll see when I play it. So there's number 2, a little bit faster using two hands. So those ones you can mix these up a bit. Okay, how we doing? Can we move on?
Great, yeah. Keep
Questions so far?
Keep going.
We're good. Number 3 is very similar, but we're gonna scrunch the first 3 16th notes together and get one E and. So there's no pause on the E. We're actually gonna play the E. Yeah, the rhythm E. So the rhythm is now 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and. Bass hat hat, snare hat hat, bass hat hat, snare hat hat.
Very
So
cool.
that one works with two hands as well, right?
Yeah.
And speed is up to you guys. You know, start it slow, make it groove, and then speed it up and take it.
Yeah. And
wherever you
in
want.
what style would you say that these grooves are used? Because what I hear when I listen to you play them, I hear obviously more disco for the first one, and like more a funk
Sure,
style
yeah.
for the other ones. But like we were saying in the beginning, like I was inspired to do this stuff with Carter Beaufort, Dave Matthews
From
Band.
Dave Matthews, but
Yeah.
how would you categorize his music though?
Yeah, that's why I asked you.
Yeah,
like, where,
you see what I'm
how do
saying?
you categorize these grooves?
And it's funny how, you know, it's funny, it's a long-winded answer, but, you know, between the funk stuff and the way drummers are getting more contemporary, I guess we could say, with rock or pop, you know, and so many drummers are getting away from just straight-ahead eighth notes to making it groove a little bit more. So, you know, I'd say almost everywhere. Like that last thing, you can almost get into a ska type of vibe.
That's true,
You do it slow, reggae, right? You do it sort of medium and start adding some other notes, you get into funk, you know, so all over the place, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely all over the place.
Cool.
Let's go to, can we do number 4?
No, let's
Can I just-
actually...
Can I just
Sorry,
ask
go
one
ahead.
question?
Yeah.
We usually do questions during the daily lessons that we have on there. You're allowed to submit a question. We're kind of crunch for time, but I'll ask you one question here, Mike.
Sure, man.
This one's from Willie, and since we just
Hey,
did
man.
number 2 and 3, he just says, is there a difference between counting number 2 and 3? Maybe if you just want to go how you would count it. You kind of
Absolutely.
started
Yeah.
a little bit there, but...
Okay, so number 2, I mean, you're still going to count all the 16th notes, but what I do with number 2 is I won't count, I won't actually say or play the E. So if I'm going 1 E and it's 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. So your 3 in a row ends up being on your and quarter note, right?
Yeah.
And 1 and 2 and 3. Where number 3, it's those 16th notes, but you're not playing the ah. So out of those 4 notes, you're getting rid of the ah. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So there is a difference. Put it to a click. You'll hear the difference with a click, with a metronome.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So today is a public lesson. This is something that goes on YouTube afterwards. So one thing we like to do is, especially when Mike is here,
Oh,
we like
why?
to get him to play a ton of tracks. So Mike's going to play to another track for you guys. This is taken from your jazz or Latin drumming system.
Which one? The 6/8 one?
one
Which
that
one
you
are
do
you
right
playing now?
I got a bunch. We can pick a bunch. You tell me what you want.
Do one from the jazz drumming system.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. I like all the tracks from that product.
Oh, yeah.
But while Mike's doing that, you guys, I just want to remind you, if you want to have an opportunity to win any of the stuff we're giving away like $300 worth of stuff at the end of the show. And so if you want to have a chance to win that, you go to facebook.com/Drumeo and just like that page and then leave a comment and tell us what is your symbols that you're currently using and why do you use them. By liking that page, you'll also get notified of the next live lesson and the next free one that's free and public for everyone. So honestly, you will not be disappointed. You ready to go?
I will do your favorite. Now, this isn't the kit that I would do
My
this on.
favorite?
Your favorite from the jazz drumming
Uh-oh.
system.
Is it the 5/4 one?
No,
up-tempo?
it's the up-tempo trading game.
Oh, yes.
20, yeah.
20,
yeah,
20
yeah.
beats a minute.
I tried to play this one, but
I wouldn't normally use a drum kit this big for this song.
I've
Since you request, I like
only this.
I would just use
the
these
jazz-
little mini
for the
timbales
jazz
right
track,
there.
yeah.
So okay, so let's play. I'll play. It's been a while, but let's see what happens. This is the fast track from the jazz drumming system. Hopefully, some of you guys have this, and I thank you if you do.
Cool. Nice.
Good stuff, man.
Good
Oh,
stuff.
we got another one coming.
It's been a while.
Awesome, man. It's awesome that you could just play that. Like,
Oh,
without
man.
even
I know you rocked
practicing.
that out on those thick cymbals too.
And the big rock cymbals, man. I
Oh,
love it.
that was
Back to my other-
great.
My other playlist. That's fine.
So, like I said, we're going to do the giveaways at the end. If you guys are wondering when it's going to happen, go to facebook.com/Drumeo and leave your comments there. Other than that, let's continue
Let's
with
move on.
the lesson.
Okay. So sorry. Okay. Number 4. I'm not used to having 2 guys here. This is great. It's like a big party. This is great. Number 4 is a combination of number 2 and number 3. And I heard tons of drummers doing these kind of grooves when I was first starting out, and I thought this is pretty cool. So this one is linear once again, and nothing's being played at the same time. And the rhythm is 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and bass hat snare hat bass hat snare hat.
Do you recommend people actually do that before they start practicing the beat?
One thing, what I would say is if you can get the rhythm in your head or in your body, it's a lot easier to apply it over to the drums. You know, something doom do do ka da do do ka. You know, and that works for some people, not all, right? Yeah. And if I can get a student doing that, and they go, okay, I kind of got the idea. They don't have to sort of stick their face into the music, but some people would rather visually read it. So I'd say if you can and you can make that work, absolutely. So I'm just thinking, boom, do do ka da, boom, do do 1 and 2 E and all 16ths. Here we go.
Cool.
And so on and so on. I actually heard one of my drum teachers do that once with his band, and I was like, "You're God, you're God! I gotta be able to learn how to do that." And that was a part of our next lesson when I saw him. So that was a fun one. Next,
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
we're still
5.
linear. We're still linear. I'm putting the hi-hat notes or the cymbal notes on all of the E's and the A's. So if you're thinking 16ths, this is a weird one. I always say if it feels weird, you're doing it right. Okay. The bass drum is simply playing 1 and also on 3 and, snares on 2 and 4, so I kept it pretty simple that way. Now what I would suggest doing is starting it with this, guys. Some of you might go, whoa, this is a weird and wacky one, so we're kind of getting into more intermediate world here. But I might start with this, okay? Just do this first. Just so you can see there's a familiar pattern there for some of you guys that have already played that. Now what's going to happen with the hi-hat is the hi-hat's going to play 1, E and 2, E and 3, E and 4, E and so you might want to just try the hands first, something like this. 1 E and 2 E and 4. Put it all together and hopefully get this. That's a good one if you really want to mess up your band members. Hey guys, I got a new beat. You take it to the band and they're like, "Wow, where's the one?"
I always play that one, but I'll put the. I think it's a little bit makes it a little bit more advanced, but I'll put the 8th note snare shots just ghosted and then actually accent those. So it's basically just a single stroke roll started with your left hand, with you accenting the snare. So da 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 da.
And you'll be teaching that next week, won't you? That's crazy cool. So once again, but a perfect example of what Jared's saying is trying to get creative with this stuff. These are just examples, guys, of a good starting point, a good foundation for doing this. Get fancier as you move on. Okay, let's move on. Is that cool?
Yes.
Okay, so number 6, I had to start getting a little sillier. It's not so consistent. Okay, and this beat is not linear. Everything on this beat is linear except for the very first hit. We have a hi-hat and a bass drum together. So don't think that. The group of 3 E and 1 E are the same, because they're not. Okay, so a little bit of reading here, but this is kind of a little funky beat, kind of a funky pop beat. So this one here, we got 1 E on the bass, on the hi-hat. Sorry for the first part. Snare on 2, and of 2 on the hi-hat. Bass drum on 3, E on the hi-hat, and then snare, hat, snare, which is 4 E and Try saying all that fast.
No, thanks.
No, okay.
That's
It'll be easier to hear
That's
it.
another lesson all on its own.
Easier to hear it. I'll just play it for you guys.
Yeah.
Here we go. Nice and slow.
That's very cool.
And I've heard that somewhere.
I always learn this by doing what I said earlier, is figuring out the rhythm first. Like even just looking at that, right away the way my head processes it goes da da I'll just do the hi-hat, or sometimes I'll add the snare in, but
Awesome.
yeah.
And you guys can take some of these hi-hat notes and put them on the tom and watch what happens there. It becomes real fun.
Move them down the drums, like just even put your right hand moving down the drums.
We could spend a whole day just discussing about how much cooler we can make these beats, right?
Even just we could take one of these beats and we could do a whole another hour lesson on it.
Oh, I know.
Where we just took it and continued to build, take away, build, take away.
It's always fun when people say to me, "How many drum beats do you know?" Yeah. I'm like, 3, 4.
Trillion?
Million? Trillion? Yeah. Because you mix all this stuff up, and that was always kind of a funny question from non-drummers. So how many beats do you know?
Yeah.
Couple. Yeah. A couple.
Can I interrupt you guys for a second?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, I was talking with Single Serve. Are you here, Single Serve? You're one of our Drumeo members, and we're talking. We do reviews of you guys' videos. You are more than welcome to submit them, ask for critiques and stuff like that. Me and Jared, while you were jamming today, we watched Single Serve's video.
He's here.
He's here?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Cool. Yeah.
So I thought I would just do a quick little review. Me and Jared both watched it, and for all you guys who are here watching the free lesson, this is what we kind of do every now and then.
Basically, in our forum, what we've done is we've allowed members to create a space. So you have an actual space in our forum with your username. And there you can kind of create your whole story, your whole thread of all your videos. And then those are something that we check regularly. Me and Dave are in the forum every day. And it's something that we can go watch your videos, and then now we're able to actually give you reviews. So I don't know your real name. I feel funny calling you Single Served. I don't know. Maybe that's your real name. I'm not trying to make fun of you.
Don't make fun of his name.
It could be.
I'm not making fun of his name. I'm just saying.
By the way, people are wondering if you lost another bet. Is that why your hair is buzzed again? Buddy,
you're cutting your hair.
Hey,
we're cutting it on camera. Dave agreed to it.
What?
Yeah. Post your links below or post your comments below and tell him how much you want to cut his hair.
Oh my goodness!
I remember when Dave had hair like that.
Those were
those days.
So fucking.
Jared. First day back, and I'm already getting abused. Okay, here we go. Oh, by the way, this is Oh, come on, guys. Okay. This is AC/DC cover, and
really good job, man. Well, they gotta get the
contour.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cool.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Okay, so I'm gonna give my critique first, and feedback first, if that's all right. And then Dave, I know you had some really good.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Good feedback as well. First of all, I think you have great time, and I can tell you've studied technique and grip as far as like hand positioning and stuff like that. So I think you're doing a really, really good job with that. Now, I don't know how tall you are. You look like you could be close to 6 feet, and what I'm seeing with your drum setup is that everything is set up a little bit low. And I know, Dave, your feedback when we were talking about this was that you felt he was a little bit hunched over.
Yeah, kind of crouched in.
And then I think that's maybe is going to restrict you when you start to move around the kit and when you start to develop speed. And if you sit up higher, move everything a little bit higher, this is what I've done. And you might not agree with me because you've completely changed your setup over the years. Oh, yeah. So you might have some interesting feedback on this. But from my perspective, I think you're maybe sitting too low, and that's going to restrict you when you start to move around the kit. But overall, your time is great. I would say hit the drums harder. I don't know if you're maybe trying to keep the noise down, the neighbors happy. But I would, and especially on that song, just lay into it and go for it.
Looks like it's daytime. The heck with the neighbors. I see a window in the back.
What about you, Dave?
Jared actually said a lot of key points that I was going to touch on too. I also can tell that your legs right now are almost at the 90 degree or even less than that, maybe like an 80 degree angle, and with your knees. And I usually like to have mine anywhere 90 and above. I know it just helps me to play a little bit quicker, with a little bit more power with my feet. So yeah, raise your stool a bit, get your posture going. I mean, when you're practicing, it's really easy, especially when you're just jamming, to kind of slouch a bit. So yeah, just maybe sit up a little bit. And
he says the stereo didn't have the volume, so he couldn't really wail.
Oh, yeah.
I believe he said he was 6'2". I'm not saying you can't sit low if that's what's comfortable. This is from my perspective.
Yeah.
And And he's saying he had to play quiet. Okay, and that makes sense. But dude, you did an awesome job. And
Yeah.
Good
honestly,
feel, really nice feel.
Very, very good feel. And so you have what is, I think, the most important thing in playing drums, and that is feel, and groove. If you don't have that, like, no bands are going to want to work with you.
Right.
So.
Yeah, cool.
But-
Yeah, the only other thing I was going to say was play with more confidence, but I guess you can't when you can't even hear the song. So maybe invest in some in-ears or something like that. So cool.
Next thing, Mike, are you
Yeah.
ready to play another track?
Another track?
Yeah, just do something from the Latin drum.
Yeah,
Just-
can you do the 6/8 Nanigo?
I would like that one, yeah.
I
yeah.
love that.
That one.
Before he does that and while he gets that queued up, I just want to remind you guys who are watching and you aren't yet a part of the community. This is something we're just doing to kind of give back, and we're actually at the end of the lesson going to do a bunch of giveaways where we're going to give away some sticks. Not this t-shirt, but a t-shirt like this, as well as an EQ patch. I don't want people to say I want that t-shirt.
You can have this
I
shirt.
sweat in it. And what else are we giving away? Oh, and monthly membership to Drumeo Live, and we're giving away an annual membership. So we're giving away like $300 or $400 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
In order to enter, it's brutally simple. Go to facebook.com/Drumeo, click like, obviously, and then leave us a comment on that page. Tell us what type of cymbals do you use and why do you use them. Are you ready to go, Mike?
I am.
Okay.
So let's do something from the Latin drumming system. And
Nice.
once again, for all you guys that have this, thank you so much.
This
I hope you're
is-
not tired of my voice yet.
This is my favorite package that you've put together.
It was fun, man. I had a blast doing this one.
Yeah.
This was great because it's a style of music that really took my drumming to a whole new level.
I think so.
I mean, jazz did, but then it was like, well, jazz leaned into the Latin stuff,
Yeah.
and that's to this day. There's some really great tunes that I'm
I agree.
actually in the midst of writing right now that have a Latin flavor. So
Cool.
let's do the 6/8 Nanigo.
Cool.
Thank
That's awesome.
I'm used to going a little longer with that one. That's fine.
we actually have a whole week of Latin coming up here soon.
Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I told Mike before the lesson, like, I have a china over there. These are my cymbals. I let these guys beat on, and Sean totally wrecked my china. Sean Lang. Sean, you suck, and you totally wrecked my cymbals, and I'm going to send you a bill.
And you said, let me try to break it. I don't know, man.
I told Mike to finish it off, and so maybe if you will go like a couple minutes longer, and you can play for, you know,
well, tell
2
you what.
minutes to see if you can finish.
Oh,
Not right now, please.
you're gonna break everything else too if he gets those.
The rack falls over.
Okay, let's finish up. We got exercises 7 to 10, and then we're gonna do some giveaways, guys.
Cool.
So stick around.
Yes.
Okay, cool. 7, we get into triplet land. Triplet land, and we're back in the linear feel. And with triplets, it's just groups of 3s. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, bass on 1 and 3. Snare on 2 and 4, hi-hat playing 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Now, guys, don't get this one mixed up with 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
I think,
and that's the tendency a lot of people have. You know, is they look at 3 and 4 and they go, "Hey, triplets." No, look at number 7. There's groups of number 3s written above them.
Yeah.
So you have to keep them as 1 triplet, 2 triplet. There was no pause in that rhythm, so those guys keep on going with all the triplets. Now, number 8 is one of my personal faves, and I've seen Cajun Spice play this one on many occasions. On many Cajun Spice occasions. This is the same thing. Bass is on 1 and 3, snares on 2 and 4. The hi-hat's now playing quarter note triplets, okay, which is actually every second triplet. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Ends up being a straight pulse. This one's a bit of a trip. Watch this. Now, the first time I was sort of exposed to this beat, I was kind of freaked out because I think it was at a drum clinic somewhere, and the guy was counting the tuning, and he went 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like, what? But he was right, because that pulse on the hi-hat is different than a quarter note. It's a quarter note triplet. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think of it as like, almost you could start counting 6, 8, like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4.
You bet.
And beat sounds exactly the same. So someone from an outsider just listening to that, I could see them being very confused.
Without a musical application, yeah.
Should I move on?
Yes.
Number 9. We are taking groups of some of the examples we previously did. And what's happening at number 9 is we've got a group of triplets. On the first beat, second beat, we have 2E and. The third beat, we have more groups of triplets, but it's not linear. And then on the fourth group, we have a snare drum followed by 2/16 on the anda. So this is getting a little funky. So you guys definitely want to play these ones slow, put it to a metronome, and see, just to make sure that everything is lining up before you pick up the speed on this one. I'll start it really slow. It's going to sound weird. That's because it is kind of weird, but it's super cool when you get it going. Ready?
Yeah.
That is so freaky.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. They're too close together. Right?
Sneakers in a dryer, dude.
Yeah.
Sneakers in a dryer. But the thing is, I'm trying to keep the bass drum and the snare as solid as possible.
I don't think that should be allowed to use that sort of
But the thing is, you got to keep that that solid bass of the bass drum and the snare really solid in order for that to work. But once again, that's if you're getting really creative and writing with some bands that can handle these kind of grooves. You know, don't do this to an AC/DC play along, okay? Because it's not going to work.
That won't sound good.
It'll sound weird.
Yeah.
It might be fun, but it may not work. Anyway, so let's move on to number 10. Last but not least, this one is a ascending speed exercise because we get faster. The tempo stays the same, but the note value gets larger. So we've got 2 8th notes followed by 3 triplets, 4 16th notes, and 6 16th note triplets. And I was trying this one today at home at 100, and you have to be able to play 16th note triplets at 100 to be able to do this one.
With one hand.
With one hand.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, I didn't even try it with 2, but you could. Why not try to do it? So I'm going to start it slow, and I'll start picking it up, but you'll notice that the hi-hat picks up speed, okay, or picks up more notes on the way. And then as soon as I get back to the 1, it's like, oh, slows down. So check this one out. Here we go.
That's cool.
Is that cool?
I would suggest playing that one with a metronome too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Big
so,
time.
you know.
Big time.
Yeah.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, these are fun. Like, it's a good starting point. I think a really good starting point for guys that have never done this before. Even you guys that have done it before, jump into it and revisit these and speed them up and mix up the sticking.
Yeah.
Have some fun with them.
Excellent.
I agree. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to take some questions.
Cool.
Before we do that, is that right?
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Before we do that, well, you're in charge. I'm just trying
to sift through all the questions that aren't about who's this bronze-skinned guy sitting beside you.
Let's move on. Let's move on from there.
Okay.
This is the last reminder for you guys wanting to enter the competition. In a couple minutes, we're going to be going through all those answers. We're going to read some of them out, and we're going to choose a few, you guys. So if you want to enter, you go to facebook.com/Drumeo. You get a chance to win some of this t-shirt, not this exact t-shirt. Not this exact t-shirt, but one like it. An EQ patch, a pair of drumsticks, monthly membership to Drumeo Live, and an annual membership to Drumeo Live. So it's something like 5 prizes, over $300 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
So go to facebook.com/Drumeo. Tell us what type of cymbals you use and why you use them.
Okay, can I just go through a few questions here?
Yes.
We usually try to get through all the questions, but Monday lessons are a bit hard, like we've I said in the past. But first question from a lot of people is, why is your snare so angled?
Because I like to think that I'm driving. Yeah. You know, it's something that just kept changing, and I don't know why. And as I sat higher, you think that my snare would get flatter, and I don't know if it's just the way that my hand angle has changed or what. But I kept hitting the rim, and the only way to not hit the rim when I was not trying to get a rim shot was to keep angling it down, down, and down. And you know what? I look at it and I go, "Wow, that's extreme." But you know what, guys? And the simple answer is, it feels good. I don't know why. But on my jazz kit at home is very flat because I'm not going for the same effect. I'm not doing rim shots there. I'm playing more traditional grip. But here, it just feels good. I don't know why. Sorry.
Okay, here's a question here from Andres Pacon. I don't want to put you on the spot here. Maybe we can get this another time. But he says, can you maybe provide an example of a broken hi-hat beat that included drag or drags?
I'm sure that he could just add some into the existing exercise.
Yeah, it's...
Oh yeah, I mean, well, something. It means does it mean something like this?
A ghost note. Before.
Yeah,
like on the hat, maybe. Anything's possible if you've got the rudiment. Yeah, something like that.
So
for sure.
What he was doing there is he's just really incorporating his left hand to do the quick double stroke, that's followed by the one single stroke in the right hand, and then just like you could kind of mod any of those exercises that Mike's provided to kind of include something like that.
Sure.
Daniel J. Jones asks, is that a micro snare over the left side of the hi-hats there?
No, this is a timbalito. It's a maple timbalito that Yamaha doesn't make anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's cool. Sounds good.
You got a Dream Theater badge on there too?
Well, I got a little Dream Theater badge. I didn't want to. Copyright reasons, I didn't want anybody to see it.
No, it's all good. Okay, here's one from Bob. I'm trying to determine the best cymbal set for 60s and 70s rock while we're on the topic of cymbals.
Sure, yeah.
I.e. hi-hat, ride, crash. Does anybody need 2 crashes, or do you need 2 crashes? Maybe the sizes for hi-hats. Any quick little tips on that?
Well, for me, the reason I like 2 crashes is if I'm over here and I want to do a quick crash, right? If I'm on the hat in here. I mean, let's say that I'm riding over here, so my ride's here, and I don't want to always be reaching.
Yeah.
So two crashes it's nice to have. It's like extra toms and stuff. So for me, what about you guys?
Yeah. Same thing for me. I like 2 crashes. 1 crash, it's not as much about the reach for me as it is about the same sound over and over again. If I'm doing like a crash and a crash, I don't want it to sound I want it to sound something different.
Yeah.
A different attack. As far as the sounds go, I'm not sure what you'd kind of get that would sound different, but I think these cymbals would sound great with like playing 70s rock. You could try and get some really old cymbals. I think back then they were a little bit thicker, were they not? Like
I mean, you think of 70s rock, like John Bonham sold the Peisty 2002s.
Yeah.
Right, all the 2002s. If we're going Peisty, right?
Yeah.
The Rude series that Stuart Copeland used, I'm going back to that era.
Yeah,
right?
the Rude, Peisty Rude, check those out.
Peisty Rudes or the 2002s, but...
Last part, sizes for hats. Any specific size? 14s are pretty standard.
14s are standard. I have a hard time with Jared's 15s. I love the sound of them. To me, those would be mounted, though, because I just can't get the response yet. I'd have to spend some time with it. And I have a set of 13s, too. So I have 13 and 14.
I want to get a set of 14s.
Yeah.
13s are too small. Although I have a set of 13s, but they're my side hats.
Those are your side hats,
Yeah.
It's funny how that works.
It's the other way around, yeah. Well, really quick question here. What kind of heads are on this kit?
These are Evans EC2 clears, and on my snare is a Evans Power Center reverse dot, G1 coated over here, G2 coated on the mini timbales, coated EMAD on the bass drum.
Yeah. Excellent.
You are endorsed by Evans.
Yes.
Cool. They're good guys over there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome
And
guys.
what type of Yamaha kit is this? This one's from Bobby Davis.
This is Jared's, isn't it?
Yeah, this
or
is
is it mine
Yamaha,
yet? Is it mine yet?
No, it's not yours.
20th anniversary recording custom.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yes, it's nice.
You know what, Mike? You played that kit more than I have probably since I've owned
Then it should be in my home.
I have another recording custom as well. That
the green one.
at home. Yeah, very very rare color, but I just have my DW, and then we have Jason's Casey kit here. So.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a bunch of other questions, but we do have to give some stuff away.
Let's
give some stuff away. If we have time at the very end, we'll get to the last couple questions.
So basically, if you guys haven't posted your comment yet, you might have a few minutes left. You can go do it. We're going to continue to update it as we go. But I've got the whole kind of list expanded here. And is this auto-updating? No, I have to close this and auto-update.
That's what I just did too.
Let me just refresh this. And so basically what we're doing is we asked a simple question: what type of symbols do you use and why do you use them? And we've got you to post on our Facebook wall.
Nice.
And so
there's quite a few here.
There's like well over 100, I believe.
Somebody even posted a picture of their symbols too. Nice.
Cool.
Okay, so what are we giving away first here?
Let's give away the new Drumeo shirt. Not this one that I'm wearing, but another one.
Unless you special request it, and Jared will give it to you.
Yeah, exactly. If you actually want it, you can go
Put on eBay, start getting bids.
Okay.
I'm just going to choose someone randomly, and Mike, you'll choose someone as well, and Dave will choose someone for one of them.
For the shirts?
No, I'll choose the shirt. You guys can choose for the next one.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's go with...
I guess I got to see that.
Cody Edwards. Cody, he says, I currently use Zildjian cymbals that fit... Oh my goodness. They fit the sound of the band I play in, which is grunge and rock, and they'd be my choice of cymbals. Cody, you just won a Drumeo shirt.
Nice.
Congrats, dude. So all you need to do to kind of collect your bounty is email dave@drumeo.com.
Yes.
Dave,
email you with your address and size.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to have this size or anything. We have lots of sizes. Next one. Mike, are you going to choose?
What's the prize?
The next prize is going to be the EQ...
The EQ pad?
Yeah, EQ patch.
Evans?
I think they're on that one. They make these cool EQ patches that you put on your bass drum head, and they totally protect the head. Mm-hmm. You'll dent it way less, and actually, constant repeated hitting of that bass drum in the exact same position, you'll notice sometimes the heads get a little crack in them. So Evans has this EQ patch that just protects it. They're like $50 drum heads, and so put an EQ patch on there and it'll help. Who gets it?
Well, I see someone dropping my name here. Should we give it to them?
You can give it to whoever you want. Just
you choose.
Okay, Simon Stewart.
Simon
He dropped my name. He dropped my name.
Oh my goodness. The man who just created the drum lab out
cool,
in the
man.
UK.
Heavy. That drum. I saw the pictures on Facebook. That's perfect.
Yeah. Simon, just
congratulations, Simon.
Yeah, just email me a reminder. Yeah. I'll get that sent out to you. Okay, this one's going to be for a pair of sticks. We got 707s. They are pretty good. They're nice, like 5/8, I guess you could say.
Go ahead, you choose.
Okay, this one's going to be Mike Ragusa Pearl CX 300s, 14-inch hats, a Meinl. I'm going to pronounce that one wrong. 17-inch crash, Pearl CX 300 18-inch ride, and a Zildjian Planet Z 16-inch crash. Why? It's what came with my set from Craigslist. Brilliant.
That's awesome.
Mike, email me, dave@drumeo.com, and I'll send you a pair of sticks. Congratulations, buddy.
Okay, next one we're going to go with is the monthly membership to Drumeo Live. Now, with Drumeo Live, you get... Basically, we do 5 live lessons every single week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Mm-hmm. And I'm actually... I don't want to kind of let the cat out of the bag too early, but I'm working on adding more lesson times and more dates. And so that's coming very, very soon. So you get 1 month free membership to the service, and you can view all of the live lessons as well as all of the past archives. There's something like almost 100 hours of... Isn't there like 100%?
Yeah, and then if you do the math, like within the end of this year, there's going to be about 260 hours.
Yeah, so it's
lessons.
Insane how much content you get, and all the lessons come with sheet music, and a lot of them come with MP3s that you can play along with, and so it's just an unbelievable service that's only getting better. Like it's still in its infancy. So
yeah. So this is a month free.
A month free.
Okay.
And the month free goes to Carl J. Valentine. Carl says, "Hey guys, I love." Do you know him?
Nope.
Okay. He wouldn't be able to get it then. Do you know him?
No.
Okay. Good.
No, I don't know.
I don't. It would be like a conflict of interest if you knew him. And
it's like if you knew Simon Stewart, one of those kind of things.
I don't know him. I just know him as a member.
Yeah. Nice. He says, "Hey guys, love the lesson structure. Fantastic. I bought a 5-piece Pearl set for my daughter who eventually decided to play on wind instruments. So I packed away the kit, and after a few years I made room for it myself, and after buying some new hardware heads, all I could afford were Sabian B8s, 14, 16, 18-inch crashes, 20-inch ride, 10-inch splash, and 14-inch hats, as well as a set of... That's all you could afford, Sabian 13-inch AAX hats. I really likes the warmer tones compared to the few Zildjian ones he has, and he used to play guitars and looking forward to learning playing the drums."
That's
cool.
Awesome.
Carl, you won a 1 month free of Drumeo Live. Contact Dave@drumeo.com and he'll get you all set up.
Cool.
Perfect.
Congrats.
Okay, now.
You're picking the last one.
I think Mike picked the last one.
This is for the year.
And what's the qualifications? What does this person need?
Okay. How about I'll give you 3 letters and you choose a letter.
3 letters?
And then you choose a letter and it'll be the letter of the person's first name.
We're making this way too difficult.
I know.
Ooh, I like that drum kit.
Mike's just looking at the pictures.
Drum roll,
going through these.
This is $200 value. So
that's a $200 value. And so this wouldn't be somebody who already has a membership.
No.
Okay.
If they did, they could add it to their.
They could add it to their other one. Let's go with.
Sounds good.
Let's go with Luke Russey.
Luke Russ.
Luke Russ.
What kind of cymbals does he use and why?
It says I'm using Peisty PST3s because they sound great for the money and nice and bright, which goes well with my VXB kit. Also, thanks for the vids, guys. You do a great job. In fact, it's pretty much a service.
Yes.
And
thanks, bud.
It's more
Congratulations, man.
Yeah. So you guys contact Dave@drumeo.com. You can claim your prize. And for those of you watching on YouTube, you guys always leave so many most of you leave so many nice comments because these videos, if not everyone catches them live, so we post them on YouTube later. But most of you guys leave nice comments, but some of you guys are saying, "Oh, less talk, more drumming and stuff like that." And so we're trying to, we listen. We're always listening. In the members area, we listen so closely to everything the members say. But I really hope you appreciate these videos. Please leave your comments below and let us know what you think of these lessons. And most of all, follow us on Facebook because that's where all the updates will come about new lessons and new things happening with Drumeo. So
very cool.
Thank you so much for watching. Thanks, Dave, for letting me crash the party.
Yeah, I let Jared come in this time.
Yeah. Mike, this is great. Yeah. I had a blast today.
Yeah.
This is a nice change. Yeah.
Great job, man.
Can you play us out?
I can play you guys out. Yeah.
I say use the big sticks and see what you can do on that cymbal.
How about near the end? I'll grab them at the end. I'll play a song. I'll play a song from the drumming system.
Okay.
How about for those folks that have the drumming system?
Nice.
A 3/4 kind of a slow funky thing with lots of little drum fills and goofiness, and we'll have some fun with this. But this is.
By the way, guys, keep an eye on his left foot there. You got a left foot cowbell going.
I do.
You do.
Ah, where did that come from?
Well, he's not going to use it necessarily.
I should have said it before the Ninigo, the 868, because he used it on there. And
Yeah.
it was awesome. I don't
Thanks,
know if
man.
you guys caught it. It was really cool.
I didn't even realize it was there.
You did subconsciously.
No, maybe I'll we'll see. And we'll
Yeah, it might not be
doing a
for this
3/4 funk. It might work. Maybe I'll just play quarter notes or something like that. But we'll do that. But I want to thank everybody. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. You shake your hands
Hey,
now.
yeah,
sure, yeah.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, for
Thank you anyone who's has my videos. I love you all. Jackson, buddy, if you're watching, get well soon.
it's
And
He's sick?
he's sick and he had a little accident, but he's healing. So
Cool.
he's doing okay.
Good stuff.
But
Okay.
okay, guys. So thanks so much, and we'll see you all real soon. I'll play a tune from the drumming system.
Just want to say one more thing to all the Drumeo members. This whole week's on rock beats. We have 8-note rock beats, 16-note rock beats, and phrasing within beats and stuff like that. So definitely come on out for that. We got a really cool week ahead of us. And
Cool.
I apologize for not getting to all the questions. Every lesson we usually make sure we get through all the questions except for Mondays because it's just too busy. So I apologize for that. Come out tomorrow. We'll make sure we catch up with all the questions. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow.
Cool. Later.
See ya.
All right.